Etalk begins right now.
They're okay, but not the greatest.
And you go off in the world and share your Canadianism.
So lucky to be at this age and still getting to be silly.
Tonight, I remember seeing Catherine O'Hara in person for the first time, making us laugh.
If Myra did an acceptance speech, what would that sound like, Myra?
Finally.
She's like kind of a comedic chameleon.
Making us cry.
She all the time
to everybody, and that, yeah, Ooh, I get emotional.
It just reminds me of how grateful I should be. Say the thing you're afraid to say.
A talent that touched generations.
No, he's just home alone.
That's immortality, right?
Absolutely.
Looking back at the life and legacy of one of Canada's most loved stars.
Forget national treasure, she is a universal treasure.
This is Etalk Celebrates Catherine O'Hara. I'll just say this. I've always been a fan, but I did not realize that her loss would make me feel the way it did. Like it really put me back. It really sat me down.
I also felt very emotional. It was almost like a team member, like someone we knew really well.
Because we've known her, of her, all our lives.
Absolutely.
While processing this loss, it's obviously very, very sad. But as you reflect, you start to think about those roles, those one-liners, you can't help but to laugh and feel that joy. And she had such a ridiculously successful, meaningful resume. So it's like, where do you even start?
Action.
Hello. I will go insane and I will take you with me.
All right.
Kevin, come on!
Oh, yay.
Oh, yeah. We have no interest in what's going on with you. Good evening, everyone.
When you lose someone you love, they never really leave you. They just move into a special place in your heart.
Well, let's start at the beginning then, right?
Yeah.
Like Second City, SCTV.
Go for
we
it.
are just a few blocks from Second City, where it's housed now. I was there watching a show in December, and I remember, because they have portraits of all the legends who have been involved with Second City in the past, Catherine O'Hara's portrait or is involved in like group shots throughout the building, and it tells you that's right.
Oh, it's gorgeous, by
and
the way.
so yeah, Second City, SCTV is where she got her start and honed her improv skills.
You know what? When an artist passes away, all of a sudden, all their songs, you want to go revisit them, and you want to go listen to them. With this, I felt like I wanted to go back and see what her beginning actually looked like, because I've never really done that. Man, she was so unapologetic on that stage. So unapologetic.
And what a lineup of co-stars she had. You know, everybody from Andrea Martin to Rick Moranis to, of course, Eugene Levy, Joe Flaherty. You know, the list goes on and on.
We worked in the Second City Theater. That's where I first met Catherine. I believe she worked in the coat check room, checking coats. That was her first job. And then she would audition when an opening came up, and finally she got in, and boy, she just came on so strong.
You know, you want to think you could do what you dream of doing. But I was lucky. You know, my brother fell in love with Gilda Radner, God bless her, and she was in Second City. She was in Godspell and then Second City Theater, and so I got to hang around her and watch her do it. So it seemed like, oh, a normal, real person could do this, even though she was beyond me in talent. It still looked, you know, possible. And then I got to understudy her, and then I got in when she left to do National Lampoon and Saturday Night Live. So, you know, if you come from Islington, Ontario, and do it, why not?
I would say that's very inspiring to hear that origin story of SCTV and then the legacy that she ends up leaving behind. And then when you think about Hollywood and how amazing that story begins with 3 big words. Say it with me now.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. No! He'll show up.
I mean, what an iconic movie, right? And the fact that she became Tim Burton's muse through this movie. But what I love about this movie most is that it is actually Catherine O'Hara's favorite movie. And I know it's like a lot of people don't pick their favorites, but the reason it is her favorite because it's where she met her husband. And apparently Tim Burton is the one who encouraged him to ask her out on a date.
And just her as Delia, I mean, what mother of a teenager hasn't become a little unhinged? You know what I mean? There's always that thread with Catherine O'Hara where the over the top, the melodramatic.
I was so happy that she got a chance to reunite with Tim Burton for Beetlejuice, because I'll say this, when I'm sitting down and it's Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jenna, it's like, wow, right? Tyrone Edwards from Etalk.
Hi, yeah, Etalk Canada.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good. As I'm talking, she's sitting in her chair like this. Literally leaning towards me
I could just
and laughing. And I'm like, now, if that doesn't make me feel good, like, it makes me feel valued, it makes me like she's genuinely listening.
Well, you mentioned amused to Tim Burton, so, you know, that also includes Nightmare Before Christmas. So, like, she is hitting all the holidays, right? And then, of course, you know, the ultimate holiday movie.
Hello.
What else could we be forgetting?
It's a generational film that's been passed on from one generation to another.
My kids watch it.
Yeah.
You know, they watch it every holiday season. And with that film, again, playing a mom who left her child behind, that could have been a real tight balance of not liking that character. That is the power of Catherine O'Hara.
Somebody pick up.
And, you know, with her incredible body of work, we can't forget about her collaboration with Christopher Guest.
And we were celebrities.
We were big.
We were big. Everything just broke loose like a cannon.
I mean, you think about For Your Consideration, Mighty Win, Waiting for Guffman, and of course, my all-time favorite, Best in Show. I mean, her and Eugene Levy, of course, they play a couple that are getting ready for the fictitious... Cookie and Jerry! Getting ready for the Mayflower Dog Show.
She was very popular back then. She had dozens of boyfriends.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds.
I did not know that.
Well, Traci, as you mentioned, she played Cookie opposite Jerry, played by Eugene, right? And they knew each other from Second City, so this was a continuation of a professional partnership, reestablishing it during the Christopher Guest era, and then on and on and on and more collaborations.
She's like a kind of a comedic chameleon. Catherine is such a great actress, such a great character actress that she just becomes the people that she's portraying.
I feel very lucky to work with my good friend who's so smart and funny.
Really... Oh, you're saying nice things, and now I'm getting.
No, you don't have to. No, I don't want any nice things. No, I just think I'm lucky. You're lucky if you get to work with a friend and do comedy and have laughs every day.
That combo of Eugene and Catherine. And when people talk about the latest iteration, some people might say is the best iteration, if you ask Traci, maybe.
I love them all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love them all.
But Schitt's Creek is where you see these two thrive.
Last thing we want is to have the motel burned down.
Or is it?
What?
When you work together for so long, of course, you're not just colleagues, you're friends. So that brings in Dan Levy, because it was Dan Levy who's the co-creator of Schitt's Creek, and he wrote this role for his auntie, Catherine Moira Rose.
But Moira.
I know.
I mean, come on, fashion. The hair, the
accent.
wigs. And that was her idea, by the way, right? Like the wigs, all of that, the accents, like that was not scripted, but that's how you know how close they were. And they trusted each other with all these collaborative ideas.
What is your favorite season?
Awards.
Then to see it get the recognition, to go to the SAGs and the Golden Globes and
the Emmys
and Canadian Screen Awards, and to get all that recognition and for it to have its own life south of the border. That was a special time.
But of course, what makes Catherine so amazing is that she was always humble. And as she told me in this interview, the awards weren't why she did it.
True.
Listen, you have worked
a long time. We love you. We know your movies. But this character in particular, you know, does she have a special place for you in your resume?
Well, she's who I am now, who I've become in real life. No. Yeah, it's what I'm getting to do right now. Yeah, and it's lovely. You know, awards are great. They're a nice bonus, and you know, if somebody else won, I'd be like, how'd they win? You know, but
thank you for being honest about that, because everybody's like,
you know, you can not care, but wait a minute.
Yeah.
But to also just be funny, to get to be funny at my age. You know, women past a certain age start disappearing.
Yeah.
They're there, but nobody sees them. And it's just great to have this kind of work to do with lovely people. I keep saying lovely, but it is lovely.
You know, we've been talking about, of course, all these incredible classic movies and shows that she was part of before, and then came Schitt's Creek, which brought her to a whole new generation. But what I love is that it didn't stop for her. I feel like she finally started to get the flowers that she deserved and continued to deserve, with even bigger shows that just recently I spoke to her for the studio, and it just was like the snowball effect.
And range, right? Because The Last of Us is not anywhere near the studio or Schitt's Creek or Waiting for Guffman or dystopian drama.
But I'm not going to do it anymore because you're lying to me, and it's exhausting. But when it all comes together and you make a good movie, it's good forever.
For Seth Rogen, that's a new partnership, right?
There you go.
Oh, yes. They were still going to shoot with her for season 2.
No.
So this news definitely hit Seth Rogen especially hard.
If the two of you had your own blockbuster pitch, who do you think could actually convince the studio to greenlight it?
No! You've already done it so many times.
I have done it a few times. The first thing I would
He's
do,
like,
though,
wow.
I would attach Catherine O'Hara to be in it. That would make it a much easier pitch, as I saw in real life with this television show.
Well, we definitely know that Seth adored Catherine, and he said when he made a show, he wanted to make it that it was good enough that she would be in it.
Even Martin Short and Steve Martin, they were on their live comedy show where they give her this beautiful toast. So many beautiful tributes.
And in all these years later, she has been the greatest, most brilliant, kindest, sweetest angel that any of us worked with each other. So God bless Catherine.
The entire cast of Schitt's Creek, of course, had to weigh in, and basically all of Hollywood, you know?
I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting to hear from Macaulay because I was like, oh, I felt it for him so much.
And he posted on Instagram probably one of the most crushing celebrity tributes. He wrote, "Mama, I thought we had more time." And it wasn't just an on-screen maternal relationship. He talked about and has been very candid about how many of the adults in his life when he was a child star weren't really treating him as a kid, as a person, but more as a commodity, right? And yet he said Catherine O'Hara was the one person who cared about him as a child.
You made acting look like the most natural thing in the world to do. It really was as if we had ambushed the home of this real little boy named Kevin to make a movie, and he just went along with it for the fun of it. He's the dearest thing. Congratulations, you so deserve your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Thank you for including me, your fake mom who left you home alone not once but twice, to share in this happy occasion. I'm so proud of you. God bless you.
Okay, so we know Catherine O'Hara made it to Hollywood, like big time Hollywood, but she didn't actually go Hollywood. Do you know what I mean?
That
Big
part.
difference. She didn't drink the juice at all. And she stayed so true to herself.
I got I would say a random email from someone that had a special connection with her. He worked at the convenience store across from Second City back in those days.
Oh, wow.
And so in the email, he just detailed how she would come in, and then they got familiar. And then I guess when she was leaving, she came and like gave him a parting gift, which was like a memento from the set. And so
Who does that?
Who does that?
Gee, I don't know. I did it on purpose.
Oh.
It's funny.
That reminded me of something that I was reading online about a local Toronto reaction, and this guy was saying how he would see her regularly on the King streetcar.
Come on.
No, yes. And then somebody else was saying, oh, I was beside her at Golden Patties in Kensington Market buying beef patties, right? Like the most relatable. Of course, Catherine O'Hara would be at the patty shop, you know?
So it's pretty obvious that we could go on forever about our love for Catherine, but before we take a break, here's just a sample of the stars who have shared their love of her with Etalk.
Of course, Catherine O'Hara is just an absolute, forget national treasure, she is a global treasure, universal treasure.
My heart. I love this woman. I've known her since she was 17.
I sat next to Catherine O'Hara, who's one of my all-time heroes, in the audience at the SNL 50th, and I'm pinching myself the whole time.
Who do you think should play your mom? And I was like, Catherine O'Hara. And then the next day he called me and he's like, she's in. She's my favorite. She's everyone's favorite.
Well, it's lovely being here, you know. It's home. It's where, yeah. I was thinking, I don't think you leave Canada to get away, you know. It's just, you kind of, it's like your parents push you out of the house and you go off in the world and share your Canadianism.
Early in my career, I was at the Canadian Screen Awards. And I remember seeing Catherine O'Hara in person for the first time. Obviously, like, whoa, that's Kate McAllister. That's a big deal for me. And what I recognized was that she was there. She was there, boots on the ground at the Canadian Screen Awards. And to me, that just, there was a taste of class.
That's why people were also kind to her. That Maya Angelou quote, you will forget what people say, you'll forget what people did, but you'll never forget how people made you feel. And she made everyone feel respected. And that, yeah. Ooh, I get emotional thinking about it.
I don't know that she saw herself as a star.
As a star,
Because like my first interview with her ever, I was a cub reporter. It was the day after the Oscars. And she was at the Vanity Fair party the night before. And she walked in and all she wanted to do was gossip with me about who she saw at the Vanity Fair Oscar party. And like, but she loved an award show just like Moira Rose.
She did love an award show.
And she loved award season and she loved watching other celebrities as if she wasn't a huge celebrity.
And that's amazing. That's it. She always gave that type of energy. Like we always hear about, you know, stars, oh, they're so down to earth, they're so humble, they're so, you know, salt of the earth. But she truly was, time and time again, no matter who was interacting with her, the convenience store owner, you know, the entertainment reporter. What does it mean for you to be honored for your President's Day, but also looking back and, you know, your early beginnings?
I guess I don't think of myself being honored. Even though I'm getting an honor tonight, but I'm not really being honored. I always feel grateful, but it just reminds me of how grateful I should be. All the wonderful people I've worked with and the experiences that I've had and the opportunities that I've been given. And, you know, and it's just a reminder of that, how lucky I've been. That's really too nice. I can't even think about it, or I think I'd get emotional. You have to pretend it's not happening, actually. Our mom always said, I couldn't possibly choose who's the best. You're all the best. You're all the best. You're all the best. So this doesn't make sense.
Just say you're the best.
Okay, just say I'm the greatest. They're okay, but I'm the greatest.
Catherine the Great. Oh, is that your nickname?
Oh, yeah. That's what they like to call me, my sisters and brothers.
The first thing I thought of when I heard the news that Catherine O'Hara had passed away was my sit down with her for the 2023 CSAs. And she was receiving the Icon Award, which I'll never forget what she said in that interview when I said, what does it mean to you to receive this award and to be celebrated? And she said, we all deserve to be celebrated. Honestly, I just feel so honored that I had that moment with her.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Like, you are such an icon. So many incredible awards for Moira, Schitt's Creek, but you received the Icon Award today. So I have to ask, how iconic do you feel right now?
I'm not.
You are, though.
No, what does that mean?
What does this award mean to you, though, to receive
That's like a
this?
picture of Jesus. Come on.
Someone,
Statue of Mary.
No, it's someone people
Buddha.
look
no,
up to.
I'm not an icon.
In Canada.
Or you double click me and what happens?
But let's talk about this award that you're holding. What does it mean to you to be recognized and just be celebrated? Because you deserve to be celebrated.
We all do. We all deserve to. Really, we do.
Yeah.
I've received more than enough encouragement.
Yes.
And this is really lovely. It is just a lovely surprise gift when I was told I was going to be given this, you know. I'm not going to justify it. It's just a lovely gift. So,
you know, it's
thank
incredible looking at your career. And, you know, when you go back to the SCTV days in Toronto, right here, and when you sort of look back, like, did you ever think this career, this journey, like, What goes through your mind when you do a flashback?
No, I used the word career tonight when I accepted this, and I never use that word. And I couldn't even say it straight. I had to say an actual career in comedy. Because I don't even, not only didn't I think of it then, I don't think of it now. It's like job to job and nice breaks in between. And I've been given so many lovely opportunities, and of course I'd love to be given more, but don't we all? And I'm so lucky to be at this age and still getting to be silly.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight in our celebration conversation of Catherine O'Hara, whose legacy will live on far beyond the stage or the screen.
When all is said and done, which one role would you most like to be remembered for?
Mother of my children.
What about acting? That's a good role, like a personal role.
His wife.
Now, if that doesn't sum up what Catherine is all about, I don't know what does.
We at Etalk are all sending all the love to Bo, Matthew, Luke, and the rest of Catherine's beautiful family.
Thank you for everything, Catherine. You will be missed.